Okay, with my lights worked into this for now, I'm going to go ahead and stop on this. I need to pick up some metal to turn the edge on here anyway. I need some 16 gauge, which I don't have enough to do it. And plus, the fender's going to be moving forward. So anyway, we're going to set this aside and work on this later. So today, first thing I'm going to do is pick up my mess, the stencils from all the painting that we did. So I'm going to pick all that up. Just take a second. Then I'm going to go ahead and start marking the fenders here and try to find the center point, get some measurements, get the bed where it's going to be that way, get this measured and get this marked. And once I have that marked, I may go ahead and start taking it apart, but I need to clean the bed out too. I got a bunch of stuff in the bed, so I'll probably get it marked so I know what I'm cutting, get all this stuff out of the bed, and kind of go from there. So that's the plan for the day, so let's see what we can accomplish. Okay, I took my time and I got both steps off. It wasn't too hard. Some of these bolts were stuck, kind of rusted. A lot of them broke off along the bottom there, but no big deal. They both came off. So I've got those over on the welding table, getting ready to start those. 6.5 inches was what I came up with. So let's go move this fender to this line here. So it's basically the 6.5 inches. It's not too much, but that's what it needs. To get the fenders off, I'll just move all those holes 6.5 inches, but I'm gonna have to get someone to come help me because I can't. The nuts are on the inside of the bed, or the bolts, they have a Phillips screw on them. I think I like a number 4 Phillips, and then the nuts are inside underneath there, so there's no way I can hold both, so I'll have to have help for that. But let's go look at the steps and what we're gonna do on those. All right, here's both steps off the truck. They're super solid. There's no rust in this bed at all. On the fenders, there's some dents that they covered with Bondo, but there's no rust, so that's good. I'm going to clean these up first, and I'm probably come back about this general area and take the 6.5 inches out of there. So I'm going to clean these up first, make a template to get those marked, and we'll get these cut and we'll start welding them back together. Okay, we have success. I got both of them welded up. They came out pretty good. I'm going to, there's a few tiny little spots. I may put filler on it. I may not even worry about it. It's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. I mean, by the time I get some primer on it, it came out pretty good. It welded up pretty good. I'll go over and show you the other one. It came to the spot where it's supposed to come, so it moved 6.5 inches. I'll go show you how I welded this up on the other one that's on the table. Okay, here's the other step on this side. When I weld something like this, where you want to grind the weld smooth on the surface so it blends in so you can't tell, I always like to weld from the back side when I do that, and hopefully it penetrates enough I can just sand it, so it makes it easier, so you have less that you have to grind off. And then on the back side you end up with a full weld on the back, so it's, even though I ground the front, it's got a full weld all the way on the back, so it just makes it stronger when you're able to do that. So this should be in good shape. So I'm going to go ahead and finish. I'm going to wire brush these today, get the old paint off, and get them prepped for some primer sealer. And like I say, there's a few little nicks like that, a few little things like that. I may go in just a little bit of filler just to knock those out. Like I say, the primer's not going to fill those little spots there, but they're not bad, so it won't take much just to smooth it out. But pretty much looks like it did, so when it's done you won't even be able to tell that it was shortened. So let's get these prepped for primer sealer. Okay, getting it prepped for the primer sealer, I got it sanded down pretty good, and decided to go ahead and put a thin coat of filler on the seam where it is, even though it's pretty good. Most of that will get sanded off. It does kind of even out some of the little wavy areas and some of the nicks and things and line it up. So let that dry up and I'll start working on the other side. Okay, I'm starting to sand my seams where I put the Bondo on it. This one's done. You can see it just straightens out the lines a little bit. When you weld it, it kind of warps a little bit and it shrinks a little bit, so you just need a little bit in there. It's not much. It's a real thin layer, but you should straighten it out, and once it's primed and sealed, I don't think you'll ever notice it. Okay, I sprayed these with some of the rust prevention last night, so it's good to go. I'm gonna give these a once over, and then we're gonna prime and seal them, so be one thing closer. All right, I got the rust prevention on this last night on a few little spots where I needed it, mostly on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and get the primer sealer and spray these down. And that'll finish up the steps. So we'll be one step closer to getting the bed in place. Okay, after I got these primed and sealed, I moved them over and bolted them to the truck. They came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them. When you sand, you can see the lights and the dark spots. The dark spots are the low points in it, but you can see right here is where it was repaired. So there's, you know, there's a little hints to it, a little dark spot here or there, but overall, you can't really tell. Once it's done, you'll never tell where it was seamed. There's a dent right here, which I left in it. I worked it out. I made it a lot smoother than what it was, but I wanted to leave it because it was there. I just prettied it up a little bit, so it looks a little better, but still a dent. The next step, this weekend, I have my buddy Brandon coming. I've got to get these fenders off, and I can't do that by myself because I can't reach the nut and the bolt. The bolt's on the other side of the bed, and I just can't reach it, so I have to have help. So the next phase of this is to get the fenders off. We'll do that Saturday, and I think there's 12 holes per fender, so I think I got to drill 24 holes. Should be pretty straightforward. I just got to measure them 6.5 inches forward, keep them level, and move them all forward. And then the fender should bolt back to the step, and it should all be back together. Then I can start to move it over onto the truck. So that's our next step. Okay, we're working on the truck bed today. You can see we got a fender here on the floor, which means we have a fender off the truck. We got the first one off. We had to cut 2 bolts, and I say we because I couldn't do this by myself. So I got my buddy Brandon here, works at M&M Mart, the sandwich master, my glove supplier, and my first subscriber and my #1 fan of the truck and buggies and things. So we are going to move over. There's the bed clean for the first time. We'll move over to this side, try to get this fender off. Hopefully we don't break bolts, or if we break them, we don't have to cut them, whatever. But anyway, let's try to get this fender off. Then we can drill new holes, move the fenders forward, and then we have to take 2 rails out. I got to get to the bolts underneath the wood here so we can drop it on the frame. So we're going to keep working. Okay, Brandon and I just kicked ass for the last 3 hours. We got the bed on the frame for the first time. The step was cut, the fenders drilled new holes, temporarily mounted. I had to get the wood out of each corner to get the mounts. This back mount lines up exactly on the frame. It even matches a bolt hole. The other ones line up along it. I'll just have to drill new holes. I'm going to have to lift the bed up about 1.5 inches, which will get this line close to the line on the door. So, like I say, I think these fenders look a lot better. Like that lip where it rolls under and curves matches this exactly. So, I mean, in my opinion, these fenders should be on a Ford truck like this. Anyway, I'm sure some of the Chevy people or Ford people will be mad, but I really don't care. So anyway, we're going to take a break and we'll be done with this part. The other side's done too. So we are good to go. Special thanks to Brandon. Couldn't have done it without him today. So, and I'll have new gloves now too. So we are in good shape. So I don't know what the next part is, but time to take a break, get you home. And we're in West Virginia. I don't know if you know, but the Mountaineers are currently kicking ass on the pre-World Series. What are we at, 13-0, 14-0? Or what? Okay, so go Mountaineers, 14-1. Okay, I reached the point where I'm going to wrap this video up since I accomplished my goal of getting the bed cut down, the fenders moved forward, and it's actually sitting on the truck. So it is in good shape for this video. I've ordered some new hardware for the fenders. I'm getting stainless steel bolts to replace those. And I think I'm going to lift this up 2 inches, the bed. So I did the redneck thing, and I think I'm going to use hockey pucks for spacers. So on the next video, we'll get the bed actually mounted to the frame. However, that may take a little bit of time because I'm going to get really busy at work. As everyone knows, it's the 250th anniversary of America, and I work at the state capitol and the cultural center, and we are doing a huge event. And I've already done one project. I'm going to start a video for that, but then I have a huge project that I have to do. I'm going to do a video for that as I do it, so I'll have one of those weird videos I do of doing something else. But today, to finish up today, so I haven't forgotten, I'm going to change the oil in the buggy. And I've got to pull the roll cage off out of the back, and it has the cover from oil, but it didn't have one of the oil plugs in it, so I got one of these with the oil plug in it. So I'm going to drill a little hole in the skid plate, and I'll be able to change my oil easier. So it's go look at the buggy, see how it survived the winter. Got the old one off and the new one on, so we got a nice new shiny part on there, and it's not leaking. So let's put some oil in it and see what happens. Okay, I got the oil changed. I'm gonna do a cold start. It started 2 weeks ago. I started it, so let's see what happens now. Give it some gas. There you go. Cold start. Started right up. Okay, I got my skid plate over here at the drill press. I marked the hole, so I'm getting ready to drill about a 2 1/4 inch hole in it, so it'll be easier to make oil changes. Okay, I got the skid plate back on. These connectors, they're really strong. They work good, but they are a pain in the ass. I hate them. It's a fight every time you work with them because these go in one direction and then those go kind of in a different direction, so it's really hard to get them on there. But anyway, we got it on there, and you can see now I have access to my drain plug now, so that'll work good for future oil changes. Okay, now we got the buggy ready for summer. We got the oil changed, we got the new drain plug in it, and I am waiting for some tag stickers to come so it'll be legal. So anyway, we're going to move on from this. We'll move on for the truck, and like I said, for America 250th celebration, our job at work, we're doing a giant project. I got a major project that I'm working on, and it's going to take a lot of my time between now and July 1st. So this will be the last truck video you see. The next video you see will be the projects I'm working on at work. I think it's pretty cool, kind of exciting, so look forward to working on it and letting you see it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.